Ko Iro Tukuinga. My name is Ariel.
Ora Winton School, ko haere aha, I'm Heidi.
Welcome back to the NAWS News for Rahina the 1st of Mahuru.
Let's start today with the recap of all the fun we had last week.
next term or preparing a garden, you need to let us know. Please return your family's count form to the office by next Friday, the 12th of September.
We have one birthday at Winton School today. Happy birthday to Ava Rose Tinamu in room 9. We hope you have a great day.
Could the Week 8 pals please meet Mrs. Mackenzie in room 12 at the start of lunch? Bring your lunch with you.
On Thursday, we have our school photos.
Hi! Welcome to our next fun video.
As you know, we have our school jubilee coming up in November this year.
As part of our celebrations, we are going to have some children taking people on school tours, showing them places that have been in our school for a very long time.
Yeah, some older than our teachers.
Our school has some amazing stories to tell.
So come with us and step back in time as we show you some of the places we're talking about.
In 1872, these oak trees behind us were planted.
That makes them over 150 years old. In 1914, right where we're standing, they started building a 5-classroom block made out of bricks.
In 1982, they demolished it.
In 1920, Winton School got its first dental clinic, which is where the teeth block is now.
And 8 years later, they moved it here at the top of the school, and that's the gate that you use to get to it.
In 1928, they built the manual school that we now call the tech block. Girls did cooking and boys did woodwork. In 1930, they built this concrete and pipe fence to celebrate 60 years of Winton School.
In 1938, where the ropes are now, they started building a swimming pool.
With picks and shovels, they finished it in 2 years later, in 1940. In 1946, a building from Titipoa School was added on to the end of the manual school.
And it was Winton School's new library. In 1947, this birdbath was made in memory of Dr. Peter Gow.
2 years later, in 1949, Henry Cochrane built this to-scale map of the world.
In 1954, rooms 6, 7 and 8 were built. 13 years later, 2 other classrooms were built. The staff room, office and sick bay were added.
In 1986, they built a covered play area.
And in 2008, they put some walls on it to turn it into our hall. In 1981, a new wooden junior block was built. And about 30 years later, in 2010, room 12 and 13 were built.
And that's all for today.
From everyone here at the NEWS News Team,
Ka kite popo.
see you tomorrow, Winton School.